Hey friends, this is Life Coach Rich. Here's a some clips and commentary from the Young Turks about that George Stephanopoulos interview, heavily edited with Joe Biden. It's obvious that he needs to step aside. That they have some stuff related to this specific interview, and it was supposed to help his campaign, help assure people that he's in control. This was a 20-minute. He knew the questions before. It was very easy softball interviewing, and he still did not assure anybody because of his, you know, because of his answers still. So let's watch this and hear some great commentary as well.
Relevance. The fact of the matter is that what I looked at is that he also lied 28 times. The way the debate ran.
He specifically lied 28 times. He specifically lied 28 times. I mean, were you counting? Or you were told that afterwards? Or is that just a random number? Or you can list all 28 things that he lied about right now. I wouldn't be able to do that. Like, really? Maybe I could list, if somebody lied, I could list, maybe 4 or 5. Once you get beyond that, then I have to start writing stuff down, So is that just some random number that he's throwing out?
Not my fault. No one else's fault. No one else's fault.
It seemed like you were having trouble from the first question, even before he spoke.
Oh, that's a little bit tough. Now, on that kind of a reply, I don't know if that was if he knew that or if that was a little bit of pushback from Stephanopoulos, but that was a good question. That was a good follow-up. Well, it seemed like you're having problems from the first question in, even before Trump spoke. Whoa. That was a good question. And then look at his face. He's like, "Oh,
well, I just had a bad night."
Yeah, not a bad night, a bad campaign, a bad everything. But Sharon, what do you think after having watched a couple of those clips?
When the bar is so low to begin with, it was better. He wasn't, he finished his sentence. Okay. This is the nuttiest conversation ever. We are sitting up here wondering, George Stephanopoulos actually probably took a day and a half to prepare for this interview to find out if the current president, a man who is trying to get reelected, is competent. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely nut job behavior here. Okay. This is to the point of insanity. Okay. I don't know if he's competent or not, but the minute I have to ask, it's over. Okay. It's over. This is not going to help. Okay. Unless he says, listen, somebody in the Trump campaign, we've learned from the FBI and Secret Service, they drugged him. They somehow got to his coffee. Okay. Or whatever he was drinking, a monster drink to keep him awake. They drugged him. And that's it. Let's move on. There's nothing else to see here. I haven't heard that yet. I haven't heard that.
Yeah. So Nate Silver saying he gave incoherent answers. The most generous way to put it is that he doesn't seem in command. And that's an extremely hard sell when you're commander in chief. Now Nate Silver does polling, but he has been one of the people that have been warning throughout. He's losing very, very badly. You guys are not getting it. And he said it, Ezra Klein said it, I said it, Carville and Axelrod said it. But nobody would listen. So that was pre-debate. Post-debate, he's now in a much bigger bind. The polling is collapsing. So did that make it worse? Well, we'll have to see the whole interview to assess that, right? But was that enough for us to think, oh, all right, here we go. That's a guy who could beat Donald Trump. That's a guy who's going to make a 16-point comeback, because that's what he needs. He was at 52% approval rating when he barely won the election in 2020. He's now at a 36% approval rating. That's why people like me and Nate, who understand numbers are not negotiable, know that 16-point comeback would be the biggest miracle in American political history. And does that guy look like, on his best day, for only a tiny 15-minute interview, like the guy who can do a 16-point miraculous comeback? My assessment is still no, not bordering, past, hell no.
Wow. He puts it pretty clear there. And I appreciate the commentary from the lady. I agree with what she's saying. This is just, I've seen multiple different presidents. Okay. So I've been under, so I was born in 70, so 54 right now. So I didn't really remember Ford. And so then after Ford was Jimmy Carter, and then I think it was Ronald Reagan, and then Bush, and then Obama, and then Clinton. No, Clinton, and then Obama, and then Trump, and then now Biden. So I've seen a number of been exposed to a lot of different presidents, and she's saying this is such a nutty conversation that we're having to see if the sitting president is competent. That's crazy. Uh, and he's saying that there's a disparity related to he won when he won against Donald Trump, then it was at 52%. And then now he's at 38%. He's at 38%. Is that a possible comeback? He's like, heck no. Can you recover from that? No. So at least he's saying it honestly. And if Joe Biden's not willing to acknowledge that, I guess he's just going to go down with the ship. I mean, they have to try to get somebody else in. I don't know, but I don't know of another Democratic person that could come in. Who can you bring in right now? Kamala Harris. She's the next one in line, and she does the whole word salad thing and rambling. And it would. I don't think nations respect us right now. They look in on an elderly gentleman that's kind of losing it, and he should be retired and not worrying about running the country. And so, if he's still trying to meet with world leaders, if we did get Kamala Harris in there, I don't think she's going to do any better because of her inexperience. I really, really don't think so. I don't know what the Democrats are going to do, but that's for them to figure out, not for me. If it was up to me, I would say retire. You know, you've had a good run, drop out of the race. If I was making a decision, so someone has to. So anyway, that's it for now. This Life Coach Rich. We got to keep improving together. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.